This is Satan's path. So in you come, folks.
Halloween.
Now, one also has to remember in the old days, you didn't have the electric lights. These are some of the old gas lights. And there were tall buildings. Some of them are very narrow, as we'll see. And if you were lucky, you might have a candle or something like that to go down. And you imagine the darkness, the smell, and the poverty, and the ignorance, the superstitions, and old Clutie himself, clippity-cloppeting down the hill, which he did to a doorway, similar to this, in this building that's been rebuilt as a church, because it was an old church, and it's 1672, and Major Weir, who was Major of the militia, and the militia being the early police force, and they were a useless bunch of individuals, because they were paid to keep the streets clear of crime. But who can blame any man if he's out in the dark streets of this old town all those years ago? Who would want to come down here when you think about it? So they would look at the top, everything's okay, and go down. And they weren't going to lose their lives. So he was fairly well respected. He was major in charge of a pretty useless bunch of individuals. And truly, he lived here with his sister called Grizzle. And Grizzle was one ugly woman. Seemingly her face was all twisted because she was having an affair with the devil. And the more she kissed the devil, the more twisted her face became. And the devil, seemingly, according to Scottish folklore, loved playing cards. He was a great card player. And he always got beat, seemingly. And every time he got beat, he would lock those people he was playing cards with in a room, and he would curse them that they would have to play cards for the rest of time. So some of the old buildings, you can actually put your ear against the wall and they say you can hear the shuffling of cards for eternity. But you see, Major Weir, he was no fool. He actually lost cards to the devil, but Major Weir was okay at the end of the day. So the devil came to play cards and he lost and he won, and he was having an affair with the Major's sister. So you can imagine the horror. They say, now I'd love to know who they are in the old stories, but they say this is what happened, and there was no trial. They were arrested because they got too much, and Weir and Grizzle were taken down to the grass market, no trial, for association with the devil and sexual alliance with the devil, and they were duly done to the stake till dead. And it's on record that the cries which came from Major Weir as he was being burnt alive were the worst cries ever heard by anybody at the grass market, and it sent a shiver down the most hardened criminal and person's spine. Nobody spoke about this. This old building was knocked down, it was rebuilt, but still it's Satan's path. And the story came years later, and it still sent a shiver down the back. And this headless black horse appears here. And I'd love to know how a headless black horse knows where to go, but anyway, a headless black horse appears, and Major Weir's sitting on the horse, and he's a burning ball of fire, and he's blaspheming terrible thoughts at people, and Grizzle's sitting the other way round, facing the rump of the horse, holding the tail, and the face is all twisted like that, and she's spitting teeth and turtles and obscenity as the headless horse comes along the terrace and disappears like John Wayne into the sunset after a western. I think alcohol's got a huge amount to do with the sighting here, but there were two people like that. They were burnt at the stake for association with the devil, and it is said on these dark nights you see horse Major Weir and that's why this has always been known as Satan's path, Satan's wall, Satan's door. So I often wonder what that does to the real estate of this building here. Like a devil this year. And you know, I like to think I'm a rational person, I really do, but somehow just that story, this episode, that just puts me off ever wanting to go into that house there. You just never know, do you?